the Mundo Lingo language class thing, meetup. I don't know what it's actually. It's a strange setup in that you've got to rank your proficiency in languages. You have your native language and you have a couple of others if you've got them. I can scrape the bottom of the barrel by saying a couple. I don't know what's going to make of this, but seeing it's literally round the corner, as you'll see, at a place called Rouge on the second floor, it's not exactly hard to get to. Saigon noise. So this is Rouge. I've been here before. I've got to go up the second level. There's quite a few stairs here for a country. That's the view downstairs. Oh, this must be it here. This is the second level. Oh, I've got my flags. I don't know if you can see them. So they give you a pecking order of flags, and the Vietnamese one's a bit of a fraud. You probably know about, they're lucky to know a dozen words. But yeah, it's all happening now. So this is the bar just down the road from where I'm staying. And I've shown the top bit in the past too. It's okay. There's the organiser just signing in people to it. So my first Mundo Lingo. A nice breeze up here at the top of Rouge. I'm not sure how this Mundo Lingo thing works. It really seems to be broken off into groups and little tweaks. So yeah, not sure it's going to work out okay. This is the top bar. It's got a nice breeze, and then there's another bar downstairs. It also has a breeze open bar. I don't remember this last time having one up here, maybe it was. But yeah, it's good design. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to last the distance here. Okay, right, couple of things to report to you. It's noisy here. I might wait till I get to a quieter spot. I'm actually going to walk back. I did get the grab car here and everything was fine. It was it worked out really well. It was a free fare. I mean, it's just bizarre. I don't know how they do it. The process is you book your cab. You put in your, oh God, it's so noisy. You put in your departure address, in which case it's my hotel, Ohana Hotel. I type that in, it comes up with the correct address, so you don't have to worry about addresses. They've got a database there, and then you put in your destination, which was in this case laptopcare, one word, and that came up with the correct address as well. So that worked perfectly well, and then you basically okay the trip. Now this is the bit I didn't expect. I thought you got a choice of driver, but there wasn't. There was just a guy. He had a 5-star, maybe because he's a 5-star driver they just allocate him automatically. So he got feedback. It was very good. I'm not sure. My understanding was that you're supposed to have a choice of drivers in the local area and you choose the one you want, but it doesn't appear to work that way. I was allocated this guy, and he turned up within 5 minutes, so that was good. And so I get in the cab. Well, it's just a normal car, Toyota, and I checked the number plate, make sure I had the right guy, and it was definitely right. They also had his photo, but that didn't help me a great deal, especially with being short-sighted. But I did check to make sure it was the correct car. That was all bona fide, no problem. Got in the back seat, which I don't normally do, but I wasn't going to argue. I just want to get the mechanics of this thing out. Oh, geez, a lot of water here. It's like building sites. So I got in the cab, got in the car. He took me along the river, which is not a particularly nice place to walk, but it's fine if you're going in a car. And it was a pretty direct route, and he got me there pretty quickly. Now, the only fly in the ointment as I was going along, I noticed that my connection dropped out because as soon as I left the Wi-Fi area, I had no strong signal. I had to actually switch to data, which I switched off on my mobile. But the data signal's quite weak, and it tended to drop out. So I was a bit worried I wouldn't be able to pay using my wallet, because the actual cost of the trip was $0. I mean, it's just ridiculous. No charge. I don't know how the hell they do this. Apparently it's through advertising and promotions and stuff, but I got a free trip down there. But I thought I might have to pay cash because I had connection problems with the mobile. But as it turned out, as soon as I pushed the pay button on the Grab app that I've got on my mobile phone, it came up with the code that I scanned into the driver, and the driver said fine, all done. Didn't have to put an amount in because it was no charge. Normally you'd have to put an amount in, but no, that wasn't required. So that was the process. Very simple, very quick, very easy. The driver was a great guy, and it cost me nothing, which I find bizarre. I'm actually walking back because I want a bit of exercise, although the sun is a bit strong, but seeing I'm halving the amount of distance I'm walking, I don't mind doing that. And plus the fact that I'm not sure, I would have had to have got the laptopcare's Wi-Fi, I think, to actually make the booking, because like I say, the mobile data on this particular mobile is not great. Now maybe mobile Vietnam, Vietnamese Mobile, who I'm with, don't have a particularly great network over here. So I might have to reconsider which SIM card I get in the future, because for the purpose of Grab, you know, if I'm at an airport, unless I've got Wi-Fi, it could be problematic. As it just turned out, I actually booked to get them to pick me up from the Da Nang airport tomorrow, so that's not going to be an issue. But anyway, that was my Grab experience out of the way, and it was a good experience, I got to say. I was pretty happy with it, and I'm so glad that I've signed up to it. Secondly, with the actual laptop itself, good and bad news in a way. The bad news first, looks like my battery is dead. But considering that it's actually, they thought it was a bit of a fire hazard, they certainly thought it was a dangerous battery, they took it out, they disconnected it for me and just will dispose of it, because it's just not providing any juice. Even though the indicator was saying it was about 90% charged, it didn't provide any juice to the laptop. And I had the laptop over 5 years or so, so you know, it's getting a little long in the tooth, but I'm not going to bother buying a new battery for it. I'll just get a new laptop. Just much better way to go. And in a way it's a relief, because now I know where I stand, and I'll use it as a backup laptop at home. That'll be fine. And get a newer unit, which presumably will have a few more bells and whistles with newer technology, a safer battery, maybe a longer life battery, and yeah, so it's all in all probably not a bad move to get a new laptop. You know, I've used that laptop a lot. It's been my main computer at home as well as when I'm travelling, and that's another reason for me to get another desktop computer, so that it'll take the load when I'm at home, and I'll mainly use the laptop for travel, so it won't get that much use at all. So that's the theory anyway. Of course, the only trouble with using a desktop is you don't have battery backup. Well, at least I've never have in the past. I don't know, maybe new ones have that. It'd be handy to have, but it will boost up the price of the unit, of course. So that's where we stand. And at least coming back now, I know about my little shortcuts, so I don't have to go all the way around that detour. So that's good. A lot of clothes here. Yeah, this is Wednesday, and market day down here. So I don't think I'll need to go back to laptopcare, and they're nice guys, and they, you know, it's they did open up the computer to have a look, just to double check that there wasn't some sort of connection problem, but they decided, no, it's your battery's definitely gone. So these things happen. They don't last forever. So I've got to work out what I'm going to have for lunch today. Should I treat myself, seeing it's my birthday? I will see. I like to get a little bit of exercise in. It makes me feel better. Sweat a bit when I get back home, but it's always nice to get out and stretch the legs for a while. And tomorrow afternoon I might be walking along the beach in Da Nang, so there you go. That'll be a change of pace. But right now I've just got to navigate around this little area here, which will be fun and games. There's a childcare centre or something. I don't know, got kiddies pictures up on the wall. But yeah, I thought this was insurmountable barrier, but it's not, because you go down here to the right and there's a little shortcut there, just there, you can see it. It's a bit dodgy, but I survived the first time going through it, so hopefully this will be the case the second time. Hey, it looks like they're drying out grain on the footpath there, so yeah. Already feeling a little sweaty, only haven't walked a few blocks. Certainly a bit of humidity. I was told last night at the Mundo Lingo meeting, which was really packed out. There was a lot of people turned up for that. It's a good little bar actually, really nice with the breeze. And apparently they're saying that this girl that has the well, I wouldn't say it's a name I prefer to have. Her name is pronounced Pooh, but it's actually written T-H-U. That it doesn't set up the greatest image on earth. Here's my little shortcut. Oh, of course, it's motorbikes every goddamn place. I thought there'd be more cars on the street because they'd reduced the tax, which I thought would be a really bad move, but there's still the bikes still seem to be way in the majority, which is good because they don't clog up the streets so much. It'd be an absolute nightmare, this city, if everybody had a car. It just wouldn't work. It'd grind to a halt. Because they're almost as bad as the Aussies when it comes to providing infrastructure. They've got their issues here too. So, and there's a lot of infrastructure required here. They really do need a mass transit system, but it looks like it's going to take decades to build. Whereas in Beijing, they bloody virtually built one overnight. So, like I always say, a cold drink's going to go down well. I've got plenty of water back home anyway. So that's a little shortcut, and it's certainly worth the effort of going around that way. It saves a lot of foot slog. And now I'm back in the shade, so it's good. I might take my cap off. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.